Hi, I'm Gil. This is Brooklyn Gardens. This is just the end of the first week of November, about November 7th, I think, or something like that. And we've had a lot of wind, a lot of rain. Last night was just a very rainy night, and then yesterday was a lot of wind. So the big oak tree is behind me, and we've been working on getting a lot of the leaves picked up, so trying to stay on top of it so they don't mound up and become wet and hard to pick up. So that's kind of what you see behind me is the lawnmower. We use the lawnmower, the blower, and of course our rakes and my cart and wheelbarrows and the truck just to pick things up and take it to the back of the property. And we have a big, huge compost pile back there that, you know, and then that's where we have all of our wood that is just wood debris as well. So those are just part of the things that, you know, keep us busy this time of the year. You can see that the nursery, this area is getting cleaned out, as I mentioned before, and then in a few months things will start to be moved back into the main area of the nursery. So we'll just kind of go around the nursery. I've got some other things to show you about what I'm doing tomorrow, and I'll talk about what I'm doing this tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then the next day is Sunday. So let's get started. I'm just talking about, I'm going to show you my truck that I've owned for the last 25 years. The last 7 or so years, we haven't licensed it. It just stays on the property. This is a little Ford Ranger that we bought in the early 2000s, and it was my runaround truck for doing bids on the landscape projects. And then it also, since it, you know, it doesn't carry a lot of weight, but I could carry a few tools or do kind of be the go for the guys when they, you know, needed something on the job, and it just worked out really well. So it works well on the farm. Now it just, you know, it has 370,000 miles, I think, on it now, and it always starts right up. If we were going to make it roadworthy, it would take a lot of work, but it works perfectly as another addition to our tractor and my electric cart that I have, and the wheelbarrows and other things. So we just use all those. This gets used all the time. You can see the debris that's in here is going back to the, there's leaves that I've been dumping in here. And so that's my truck, that my Ford Ranger that I've had for 25 years now. So I'm right on the edge of our property line. You can see some of my plants that I have right here. And behind me are a lot of the black pines, duardias, and then a variety of other trees. And the black pines we did a video on a few weeks ago, and they're going to be coming over. They're going to be dug out of the field this weekend and brought over, so they're going to be available soon. And we were in the area I was in, and that we were filming last time is a different part of the property. There's several thousand of these black pines. So this grower, they're a wholesale grower, and they're available to me to, you know, to sell to the retail market. And usually what I do is people come and tag them, or I put them in my inventory and sell them out of my nursery. So just wanted to mention that as far as they're coming into the inventory soon. And if you're interested in coming to the nursery, and these styled, we call them styled, or Milwaukee Japanese garden style pines. I'm right in a group of blueberry plants that I bought this year, and so these are commercially grown for sale, mostly at retail garden centers where people want a blueberry plant. And there is one in particular, blueberry, that's used in bonsai, and I'm going to be taking a couple to a sale. I'll be talking about that in just a minute because we have the truck all loaded. But I just wanted to mention I have 150 plants here. There's 7 or 8 different varieties. Darrow, Early Blue. These are available for sale, and I probably will have them, promote them a little more next year. But But I think we love blueberries. We're going to plant a few of these plants around the property too, just for our own use as well. This is my group of plants that are going to the Puget Sound Bonsai Association fall sale, and they have this plant sale, and it's members can have a table down there and sell their plants, and they charge a very nominal fee, and anyone can come to it. So you'll see this after the sale. So, and I did promote it before. So it's, and I just want to mention that these plants are, and I'm sure a number of them are still going to be available. I rarely sell out of these kind of things. So I had mentioned we were talking about blueberries. This is a blueberry that can be used for bonsai. It grows slower. It's, I believe, a high mountain type blueberry called top hat, and it has a nice rough bark, small leaves, and it produced a lot of berries. And I thought they were, very good berries. The flavor was excellent. So, and sometimes fruit trees and berries and things like that. Sometimes people are interested in bonsai or do bonsai. Will use those. This particular shrub can be made into bonsai. It's called a winter hazel, Coreopsis, and there's a YouTube channel with a bonsai person, pretty skilled, high level, and he uses this as one of his top 5. But the particular cultivar of this, or type of this one, not cultivar but type, is different. So, but it has similar characteristics, and I'll take this to the show. So winter hazel, it's deciduous, gets nice fall color, gets these small flowers like a witch hazel, if you're familiar with witch hazel as well. So it can be styled into a broom style, like a tree, a broad tree. I'll just show a couple of things that we're taking. This is the smallest that I know of, and I'm sure there's others because there's thousands or hundreds and maybe thousands of different rhododendrons, but it's called Impeditum. That's the way I've always pronounced it. And it gets a nice lavender, purplish pink flower and really small leaves. And this one's probably about at least 8 years old, maybe 10. So it's a nice plant. And then a variety of pines, Japanese red pine, Pinus sylvestris, the Scots pine. Got some Japanese maples that were selected for what they call tight internet nodes. The branching is much closer, and it's a seedling variety, and it comes from a large seed grower in Oregon, and I bring in some of these. So I've had these this year, and I'll probably bring in, because I'm getting close to sold out, and they have different sizes too. So it's just a regular Japanese maple, not grafted, and if I got some smaller ones, you could put some movement into it, meaning some bends that would be interesting. Some deciduous trees here, and I might have mentioned this before, but Stewardias are a favorite tree, and they're a nice. They're native to Japan and other areas. There are different types of species of Stewardias as well. Mostly these are Stewardia pseudocamellia. They all get the camellia-like flower. Pseudocamellia is the most popular one as a garden tree, and it's used in Japanese gardens, but just in any garden. I have one in my yard, and they will get 30, 40 feet tall, typically. But as soon as the leaves fall, the buds swell, and they're very prominent. And the leaves in the fall are orange and yellow, and maybe little tones of green, but very, very colorful plant in the fall as well. So it's a very desirable tree. Not easy to grow from. You can be grown from seed, but it's hard to germinate. There is a grower in Oregon that I can get these from, but I also do collect some seeds because there's a large selection at the wholesale nursery next to me that has them, and so that's how I've acquired some of mine. So a great tree to have in the garden area to use as a bonsai, and I'll take this. It has a great root, great nabari to start with. So I have a giant sequoia. This is a species one, get to be a very large tree. There is some interest in the bonsai world, using trees like this for bonsai. Either I don't know if it would be for a forest type setting or getting some movement going in it, but it gets to be an extremely large tree, and I have an inventory of these, and You know, they just make a perfect conical shape. You know, just when you look at them from a ways away, it's just a most amazing tree. Nice and full, conical shape, but you need room for it. There are some dwarf varieties, and I have a couple of them here, but this is just the species. So we've got a green prince. This one only grows a half-inch a year. It's at least probably 50. I'm guessing, but you know, at least 15 years old, and it's been staked upright. It's a cedrus, or a true cedar, Cedrus labani, green prince. Got a mountain hemlock back there that is really nice. It's a seedling variety. And I have native dug mountain hemlocks that are about 3 or 4 feet tall here at the nursery that are really nice too. So these are the few things that we're taking. I just wanted to mention that I'm bringing in a pretty large inventory of one-year grafts. And these are miniature conifers. Unusual, rare, hard to find ones, and we're going to make those available. So just be watching for the next time. We'll do a video on the whole group too, so you'll be able to watch a video and see which, you know, if you want to order something, what you might be getting, and then you'll be able to go to our store and purchase them if you like. It's just an opportunity that really doesn't come along very often, where you can get something young and rare and affordable. So anyway, I just want to wrap up the video and say thanks for coming along, and thanks for all the good comments and some of my friends out there. I want to say shout out to my friend Steve. I believe it's Illinois Steve, and he always comments on our videos. So drop me a comment if you enjoy the video, and we really do appreciate it. So until that next video, we'll see you soon. Bye.